don't know why I'm having such a hard time doing this. Every time I sit down to do this, there's always a reason for me not to. I think it's just because it's so like, who cares? But it's like, also like, it's for me, so it's fine. So let's do it, okay? It's fine. You know? Like, let's just do it. Hi, my name is Darian, and I run a small bookish business here on God's green internet. If you've clicked this video, I've probably titled it something along the lines of, like, getting fired or getting let go from my job, or like life after animation, something a little dramatic, because that's how I'm feeling right now. A little bit about me is I got canned from my current job in the animation industry almost a year ago to the day. Actually, oh my god, literally my last day would have been 3 days ago of 2025. We are officially a year into being jobless, my jobless era, if you will. And I think I've just been feeling a little reflective, trying to sit and talk about it and, I don't know, talk about the good and the bad and like what I plan on doing next. I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot. I've done things that I never thought I was able to because there was really no other option in terms of stepping out of my comfort zone and saying yes to everything. In terms of my credentials, let's say, I've been in the animation industry for about 8 years. I've been on Hilda, Lion Guard, Tangled, Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, that's a mouthful, Kid Cosmic, just to name a few of the big hitters. I'm really grateful for the work that I have done, the experiences I do have over the last 8 years, because I know right now, especially, some people don't get that. Some people are graduating and there's just no work, and there hasn't been work for now 3 years. Like, it's not great. There are a few different reasons why animation in particular has kind of dried up, at least here in Canada. I've been, lucky enough to be consistently working on multiple projects at a time at some points in my career. About 2023 is kind of when things were shifting. A lot of streaming services decided to pull back on a lot of their animated content, and the rise of AI, obviously, I don't need to tell you that, has affected art industries in general. Cutbacks on funding and the economic downturn has definitely had an effect on art spaces. It's kind of the environment right now for the art, or at least animation industry. Now, I'm turning 30 this year, and I have a lot of big feelings about the kind of slow end to what I thought would be a lifelong career. It's very jarring, I think, to have this idea of like, this is what I'm gonna do, and then having that kind of disappear has been difficult to deal with. I think I've been dealing with it like the best or better than I thought I could. The past year I've committed all of my time to starting a small business and taking it seriously and building my own confidence of like speaking to a camera and saying yes to everything. I've been saying yes to so much in terms of like work. Like, if anyone asks me to take part in a local market or to do like a collab on social media, or, like, honestly, anything, freelance work, because I do have, this art degree that is kind of sitting and collecting dust right now. I've been working with the tools that I can to try to make this situation the best that I can, but it's hard to ignore, like, the hard feelings of, am I ever going to get paid to be creative again? Myself and a lot of artists, whether you're in a creative industry or not, are grieving right now of what things were. Now, it's been a few years, which has been hard on everyone. You just graduated school and you can't find anything. I mean, that's incredibly hard. That's incredibly difficult. I guess I'm kind of making this video as well to be like, you're not alone. I feel like this all the time. It sucks ass. It sucks. I think this downturn can't last forever. It's uncertainty, not knowing. The not knowing sucks. But in terms of positive changes, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the positives, okay? I started my own business. I kind of posted a little bit last year when I first got let go, I was trying to really commit to everything. Like I, yes, was doing my business, but I was also signing up for every market that I could just near me to get experience. I was making a lot of stuff that I knew I would like to buy and testing that out at said markets. Trying to take myself seriously and like growing confidence on social media was a big thing for me as well. I kind of did not keep up with YouTube. I'm hoping, really hoping I can at least post once a month with this, but it's still hard. I find it hard editing myself and listening to myself and feeling like who is going to sit here and listen to me talk for 10 minutes. Doing things like TikTok and Instagram, I'm way more comfortable with. That one's way easier. Like 3 minutes maximum is Instagram, which is great because that's about the most I can do before I start to tap out. So that I think has been going well. The markets have been going well. I even hosted my own market last year, which went really, really well. And I really want to keep pursuing that come 2026, you know? So there are a lot of positives. I vacationed with my dad in Vancouver this year as well. It was fun. We did kind of like a very hiking specific active kind of trip, which I've done a fair bit of traveling. And on those travels, I have hiked, but this one was specifically like, no, we're going on these specific trails. We're just going to be in nature. I ended up visiting with a friend of mine who was there that I hadn't seen in a while. You know, things like that were honestly lifelines throughout this last year. I've been really evaluating like what I value after losing the stability of my job and honestly a career that I've dedicated the entirety of my young adult life to. Like, other than last year, have spent like 12 years dedicated to animation in one way or another. And I do really enjoy the flexibility of deciding what I do every day and being creative every day. And markets has been so helpful. It has been so great to not only have something to direct my attention to day to day of like, okay, I have a market coming up, I should make all of these things, I should make a bunch of this stock, but meeting everyone and connecting with creatives that are near me and enjoy a lot of the same things I enjoy. Incredibly rewarding and helpful and a lifeline to such an uncertain year. Yeah, I don't think I could have survived without that. Like, I'm really, really glad I decided to start doing markets. I feel like I'm still dealing with a bit of the grief and trying to let go of like what the last almost 10 years of my life have been. So yeah, there are a lot of good things that came out of this year as well. And honestly, a lot of it wouldn't have happened if I didn't say yes to everything. Like, anything that came my way in terms of freelance work, meeting new people, doing new things, if I hadn't said yes to those things, I would probably still be exactly where I was last January, stressing out and not knowing what to do and feeling alone. If I had to give advice, if you're watching this for some sort of advice to either get into your art industry or trying to find comfort in like what to do next, I mean, I don't know, because I'm still trying to figure it out, to be honest. But I think that is okay, and I think we should all try to take this pressure off of ourselves of needing to know exactly where we're going all the time. In terms of actionable advice, and you're gonna hate to hear me say it, but networking is so important to all my fellow like introverts. I know, I hate it too. I hate when teachers would say you gotta network, but you do have to network. You really do. I'm so sorry to tell you this, you know, because I've had people reach out to me being like, hey, this job listing just popped up and I thought of you, or I think you'd be really good for this. Try to build relationships. Taking any freelance work is also really good. It gets your foot in the door. I know it's not like the contract of like being with a studio, but I think it is a good stepping stone and a good way of putting yourself out there on a professional level within reason, right? Like, you don't have to do work for free. You don't have to do work for exposure. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that if there are smaller contracts, I know it's not maybe the end goal, but it could help on a resume. Something else that I think in terms of advice, it's okay if the goal changes. If the life goal or your values have shifted, it is okay to let that go. Because I know for myself or as artists, that's what you say. I'm an artist first. You don't feel like doing the creative job is what you want anymore, then that is okay. Because sometimes having something that offers more financial stability or job security, you know, sometimes wins out. And that's not you failing. You know, it's priority shifting, and I think that's fine. And I think for people who don't, and specifically like, no, I want this job, this is my dream, this is what I want to do, I think it's okay to keep pursuing that too. Yeah, I know. Changing what you want in life isn't failing as an artist, okay? You don't have to get paid for your art to be considered an artist or considered successful. I know that maybe we hold this upper echelon of like getting into an industry and getting paid for our work, but I think it's important to acknowledge that you're still an artist regardless. And yeah, if none of this advice is helpful, I'm sorry, because like I said earlier, I'm still figuring it out myself. But it's 2026 now. I'm holding my head up. I have, you know, a lot of things that I want to do this year. Yeah, I think I'd like to try to do more wholesale orders. I would like to do more markets, obviously. I would like to plan some of my own events and things, which I'm excited for because that's kind of moving. I would love to post at least once a month on YouTube. Force myself to do that. And do my best with that. I also don't quite know where this channel is gonna go. I specifically wanted it to be like my small bookish business, but I kind of also want to talk about books and things. Like it might be a little bit, you know, I think it's in the same umbrella, right? Like I feel like that's fine. But I also like video games and stuff, so I don't know. We're just gonna we're gonna figure it out together, you and I, because I don't really know what I'm doing and I don't know what I want this to be yet. But I'm figuring it out. Anyways, okay, well, hi, you've come back. That's all I have to say. If you're an artist out there trying to figure things out, hell yeah, man, I am in your corner. Like, I'm right there with you. And I hope you find fulfilling work, whatever that may be, and that you're all taking care of yourselves. Okay, thanks for watching, if you've stayed this long. Bye. Can you get off me?